This is my latest modded console. This is the PlayStation 1 with a Psio device. I have it plugged in with an SD card on top. It has a few games on there for testing. The system right now is currently running the hdretrovision Genesis video cables, which pump out component, which makes the PlayStation use 240p. The wire has an adapter that actually changes to a PlayStation input. With this Psio device, there is a circuit board or mod chip or something or other, a part of the device that's soldered into a few points on the motherboard, which enables this Psio device to load. All you do, once everything is installed, just power on the system. I believe they changed the boot screen right there to the logo. You can see how clear it is with the 240p wires. I'm running this on a Sony PS so there's, as you can see, the logo. It looks like a big PlayStation, well, PSP portable. As you can see, the games come up. I threw a couple on there. If you notice how clear the lettering is. So I found on the internet a patch file. You actually just drag and drop your bin image or ISO image on top of this file and it will create a patched image, supposedly making the game clearer. As you can see, I have multiple folders for a couple games. I'm going to be testing them myself. Hopefully I can see some kind of difference. Then I'll be patching all my games. Every game is on an SD card with an individual folder, a separate folder. I have, so like for example, this game right here, I threw in the images. You can get the disc images, CD image, the cover images, and just throw it in the folder with the game. The image names do not need to match. As long as the image is in the same directory as the game, it will connect. If I hit back, I'll go to another folder which has no image. Just press select, and there's the default image. I don't like that, so I'm using as many images as I possibly can get. There is a pack online as well if you can find it. Let's see, hit back. So let's try Crash Bandicoot patched. If you see that, let's see it back. If you notice, there's an option right there for load CD. If you have an actual CD, you can play with the settings. Actually, let me hit back and I'll show you the options. Let's see if any options we get. Keep it on NTSC for American games. You can play a little with the options. I left them all the same. Fast boot, that's alright. Let's go back. Let's boot the original. You can see the original, I kept the images. They're a little grainy, but we'll mess with that later on. And you just hit play on it. The game should load. See on the back of the device, the side of the device, it's reading off the SD card. It's very clear. You still will need a memory card. I do not have one inserted and I tried to save it. I figured it would save to the SD card, but it does not. So, there's my Dreamcast kiosk in the back. Snowing out. But as you can see, Crash looks pretty damn good. And I'm using one hand, so I'm gonna probably dynamite 2 seconds. To get back to the game menus, there's really no in-game reset yet, as I know of. I just got this hooked up. Just hold reset on the console. I'll bring you back to the... It'll just basically restart the console. See if you can boot it. Yeah, you can boot it with it opened. The tray open. There's the information if you want to buy some cartridges. Takes a while to get in the mail, but it's totally worth it. This beats the classic for me. And there you go.